handled well. Now let's move on. Gunslinger ready to go, Scott Hartson.
He's a gentleman who's been around a while and definitely can get down the track with the big boys. Maybe not one you've heard of as much as a Carolina Crusher or a Gravedigger, but he can go.
How about one of the veterans, Dan Patrick?
Dan Patrick always brings top equipment to every race he's at, and you gotta love the muscle-bound Samson design.
This is one of the best design trucks. I love the look of Samson. We'll see how it does against Gunslinger here.
See if he's got the muscle to take on the Gunslinger. Into the turn, they look pretty even, so it's going to be horsepower to the finish. And Samson's got it. He flexes the muscle, and a great run for Dan Patrick.
Well, Dan Patrick is known for building those engines, and he built a good one for tonight here in the Astrodome in Houston. Just too much power.
You know when Samson shows up at an arena, at an event, you are going to see the best he's got. He's always got top-line equipment. Not that Gunslinger doesn't, but Dan Patrick really takes a lot of pride in putting a lot into it. Now, Gunslinger was in great shape here, but I think we got to a horsepower thing, Mike, as they came for home.
And as we see them take the turns, I think we can see how much work the driver has to do to get around these turns, both with the front and the rear.
You got to remember, there is a separate rear steer, so you've got to move, in essence, two pieces of the truck around. It is very difficult to do.
Now we're having fast and furious monster truck action here tonight. One of our drivers, Dan Patrick, has been in this business 15 years, and he knows how to put those engines together out of Laurelville, Ohio. In fact, Samson was strong until Delilah cut his hair. Fiction. You need hair to be mighty. Fact is, this mighty monster truck has plenty of hair. 1,500 horses worth, and it isn't under the hood.
Okay, you'll see the motors in backwards, and the reason that's for is mostly for balance and also easier to work on the truck.
Dan Patrick, Samson's owner and driver, is a 25-year veteran of truck and tractor pull racing. Paying the bills was more difficult than having fun, so...
And they were paying the monster trucks to come in and do exhibitions, and I thought, well, I'd rather be on the paying end.
Winning means money, and it takes quite a bit of green stuff to transport these behemoths around the country. But money isn't the only thing that gets Patrick going.
You get the adrenaline rush like you do in any other kinds of sports. The larger the crowd, the more intense the crowd is, the more you want to, we'll say, perform.
Dan knows performance. He has built 30 trucks for 9 other teams over the years. Quality keeps them coming back.
I look at it two ways. I look at it as a product that I also sell, so I want my product to be the best that's out there. And also the teams I build for, I want them to have the best product out there.
Now in his 10th year, car smashing, tight turning, high jumping, monster truck racing, there's no doubt this man and his truck delivers performance and strength. As for Samson's hair,
it's that old testosterone thing, I guess they call it.
And we'll be seeing Samson a little bit later on here in the Astrodome in Houston. Right now, we're Monster Jam. What a matchup here. Dan Patrick and Samson against Gravedigger.
Why, this is going to be a dandy. I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. Pablo Huffaker putting the Gravedigger to the line. We talked earlier about the power and the strength of Samson, but Gravedigger looks great on this course, and look at him make this turn.
Wow, Gravedigger got through that turn magnificently, and he has horsepower. He wins going away. What a run for Gravedigger.
He may not be the strongest truck in terms of all-out power and horsepower, but he's getting such a great start, Pablo is, and he's handling the turns better than anybody else I've seen. He doesn't have barefoot